it. New college grads who have their education and now a diploma to prove it now have an even harder challenge ahead, and that's landing a decent job.
With unemployment nationwide still teetering around double digits, finding your first job is harder than ever. And Christine Roman's here with some tips that you can use this morning. Good morning.
We've been talking to a lot of kids, and you look at the graduations across the country this spring, and many of these kids are moving out into a very, very tough job market. There's 1.65 million of these kids graduating. They're young, they're very well educated, and they're graduating in one of the worst job markets in decades.
Nina Daoud and her friends at Connecticut's Fairfield University know full well, even with a college degree, finding work is not easy.
Who has a job already lined up?
I do.
Do you have a job?
No, I don't know.
Grad school.
Grad school.
Job.
Job. No job. No job. No job.
Paid internship.
Paid internship.
Nina's degree, English and marketing. With 2 unpaid internships under her belt, she tried to find a job in PR, but with no luck.
Competition is extra fierce now. I've been trying to make contacts, but even they're sort of helpless in this economy.
In fact, says Kathleen Borgman, Director of Career Planning, on-campus recruiting was down 44% this year, and graduates are also competing with the class of 2009.
Rather than think of it in the negative, just focus on the positive and what you need to do to get yourself on track. Just get on that bike, move.
Emmanuel Effie took this advice. A finance major, after 2 high-profile internships and dozens of interviews, he finally landed a job with Goldman Sachs.
Emmanuel Effie.
Effie is one of the lucky ones. Only 2 out of 10 graduates from the class of 2010 have a job lined up. Career consultant Marianne Ruggiero.
You really just can't sit home and wait for a job to knock on the door and find you.
Her advice to newly minted grads like Nina: network, meet people face-to-face, research your industry, find companies you'd like to work for and approach them.
The strategy is to get there before the job opens or to be there before they post it.
Ruggiero says be able to explain what distinguishes you from everyone else. And most importantly, be persistent.
Congratulations, graduates in the class of 2010! All right, the number one thing you can do is have the right major, believe it or not, because the people who are getting the job offers are accounting, business, computer sciences, and engineering, mathematics. These are the places where people are getting the most, and in some cases,
art history's not a big hire?
Art history, and I'm sorry, but English, no, Spanish, music, secondary education, elementary education, all the liberal arts. Those demand for those majors is down, even from 2009. So where you're seeing kids get the jobs, finance majors. So we met a young man who got a job at Goldman Sachs after 2 very,
He's going to have a nice life.
Yeah, after 2 very prestigious internships. And Nina, who we profiled in this piece, she had 2 internships, unpaid. She said, I did my time, unpaid. I worked hard for companies, and she's still having a lot of trouble.
You know what, then? There's a supreme confidence still among a lot of these grads.
You're right.
Nearly 60% of them, according to some studies, believe that they will, within 3 months, at least find a job that they want.
Generation Y is so much different than Generation X or the Boomers or any of the other generations, because they've been told by their parents that they deserve the best. So they're like, okay, I deserve the best.
I'll wait for it.
And I will wait for it. So it just means
they might be waiting a while.
They might be, and it means that their parents might be actually footing part of the bill there for a while.
There you go. Well, good luck to you, because it's not easy.
Exactly.
It's not easy to get the start.
Thanks, Christine. Still to come in the most news in the morning, BP getting ready for another procedure aimed at stopping the flow of oil. We'll talk to BP Managing Director Bob Dudley coming up next.